Okay. All right, so, so how many dogs has he seen?
Really just the corgi and Rice and now this one.
Okay, so he definitely has issues with other dogs.
I mean, he sees the other guys through the fence. He doesn't take exception to that or get involved.
Does he fence fight?
No.
Oh, good. Oh, good. That's nice.
Like I said, he doesn't even pay attention to the ones
See,
he can't see, really.
Well, he doesn't, and the only reason the Yorkie got aggressive, and so he's like, and it was, you saw it happen in his mind. There was a minute that went by, and then it's like, you said that to me! But it, you know, it wasn't gonna, he wasn't gonna, then he was, wait a second! So that's what went on. Okay, so sit down a second, and let's talk. You're going to use a reward marker, 2 words, called get it, when you toss a cookie away. Get it means you now have permission to leave the mat, chase the cookie, and come back.
Oh, okay.
Okay? So that's what get it, so that's what you're teaching him it means. So if he doesn't come back to the mat, pick it up, walk away, ignore him.
Okay.
Okay? Just ignore him. It's fine. Then, in a little bit, you can put the mat down again. Because you're only going to be doing this for a little bit of time, 30 seconds a minute. He goes, he steps on the mat, you drop 3 or 4 treats on the mat, then you go get it. He has permission to leave the mat and chase the cookie and come back to the mat. You can give him 5 seconds to get back to the mat. But if he's not gonna, but if he comes and sits beside you, you can just sort of move away from him and see if he'll then, you've seen that happen, if he'll then get on the mat. You just wait for it. And you're teaching, remember you're teaching now, so he's gonna make his mistakes. It's okay, they're not mistakes. He's going to choose not to do something that pays. And that's okay. If he doesn't, game over, okay? And he doesn't get a second chance then. Pick it up, you can come back to it, but you pick it up, you take the fun away, the fun's away. I'm gonna, we need him to get out, and he needs several things. We need to walk him out here where he sees other dogs. And so that's what I want you to do. I want you to do a couple of times a day on the mat where it's just good. And then I want you to do cookie scattering. That's 3 or 4. And then you pick it up. And then you set it back down. He steps on it, good, and put it all over the mat.
Okay.
So that he has to turn around on the mat. And then cookie scatter and throw 3 or 4 off. And then, so do about a day of that. And then the next day you can start with the get it, where you're only sending 1 out. So the cookie scatter is going to teach him to go get treats. Get it is he's going to get off and then come back to the mat, okay?
Okay.
And you want him getting off and coming back to the mat. If he doesn't come back to the mat, or if he's hesitant in any way, shape, or form, 5 seconds, 5-second rule. After 5 seconds he doesn't do it, just pick it up. It's over.
Okay.
Okay, that's it. You are a silly bunny. Yes, you are. Yeah, he hasn't been socialized enough. He hasn't seen enough dogs.
He's seen a lot of people, he just hasn't seen a lot
He
of
hasn't
dogs.
seen a lot of dogs, yeah.
And you know, the corgi. I hate to say it, but she's a little nasty,
Well, so is he.
you know.
And, let me see this. Let me see this. Let me have this. Hang on, let me see. What is this? What is it? We messing with that? Thank you. Good boy.
Because, and what makes me really not happy about that situation is that when we went to pick her up, he and I, and of course the St. Bernard were in the car, and my son went into a garage and talked to the lady, and the lady said, this one's a little bit, she's a little bit nasty, you know, that kind of thing. And, you know, so when Ian got in the car, he told me that, and I said, well, that's not right.
And you paid for that?
Yeah, and, you know.
I thought I raised you better.
But you know, my son's, he's just the sweetest guy. He's not going to be confrontational unless it's, you know. And he's, you know, he says, well, Mom, I read they were, you know. I said, well, yeah, but when the breeder tells you that the dog's nasty and she's 8 weeks old, you know, and it has, you know, served to be that way. Now, he does have a little play partner for her in the apartment because he has a lot of friends there.
Mhm.
They all went to Northwestern together.
Oh, right.
And,
I have a friend that went to Northwestern.
yeah, and they, you know, well, a lot of them had gone to undergrad there too, and they were kind of settled in. Now he came, you know, we were in Florida, but whatever, long story. But anyhow, but he plays with a Labradoodle, and they get along for the most part. But I don't think they fight aggressively. You know, she'll bite my son, and you know, she can be very nasty.
He bites me every day. Tries.
And she sounds like that all the time
Yeah.
when she gets angry. He's not like that at first.
No, he's not.
When he's with
But
Grace,
he's not going to take anything from. If a dog is aggressive, reactive in nature, he is going to be reactive. And reactive dog is lunging, snapping, barking, snarling, biting. That's a reactive dog.
Right.
Now, one of the things that I do with this one, because I wanted him to, he would growl at people. You know, we'd be walking down here and so, and I didn't want him to do that. I wanted him to ignore people, so I started to change pace. But I started to change pace when there was nobody around, so that it was like, run, and then we'd run, and then we'd stop and we'd walk. Run, and we'd run. So it was a fun thing. So when he started to see people and he started to growl, I go, run! So that I had prepared him that this isn't a, oh my God, we gotta get out of town, you have to be worried and look around. It was, no, this is, no, we're gonna run now. So he got engaged in that instead of in growling at the people. Now today I took him out. I've been working on it for 2 weeks. Today I took him out, and the people he growls at every day, he didn't pay any attention to. I was like, yes.
Oh.
So it works.
Yeah.
But you just practice it. You practice these things now so that they're immediate so you're not deer in the headlights when it happens. You know, when you have to get out of town, you just snap into run, you know, and the dog knows run is a fun thing that he does beside you.
Mm-hmm.
So the other thing is, if you're out walking with a dog and he starts to lunge, snap, snarl, growl, bark, or another dog goes, this is what you do. You're here and you go, boom, and you walk away from it. Distance is everything. So a dog's, so like our distance was 3 feet until COVID. COVID came and it became 6 feet. So we all got used to 6 feet. But you remember at first everybody, you wanted to get closer to the person because you were used to being closer.
Yeah.
So a dog's is 10 feet.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so, and here's the thing. You'll be standing there on the corner, and suddenly some dog comes, yeah, you know, and you stand there and look at, no, you don't stay, you're going to start practicing, boom, and you walk away, and you just give yourself distance. just give the dog distance, and then we can start to see, like, I'll take Bear out there, and you'll take Finn out there, and we'll be 4 of these apart. And as long as there's no growling, snapping, or anything like that, and then I'll take a step forward. And then you'll take a step forward, and as long as the dog is calm, you can give him a treat, good boy, and then we'll step again. And we'll see where we call it a threshold. We'll see where it turns into, I feel threatened now. And I'm going to bark, or I'm going to growl, or I'm going to lunge, and then we'll see where the threshold is for the dog. And sure, we should have never let Finn out, but should have just picked him up and tossed him back in the back so that you didn't have to defend yourself. I know you had to defend yourself. Yes, you did. You were such a good boy, though. You were, and you had those sharp little puppy teeth.
Oh, God.
But I do want to, I want to do the mat work. I want to do a little bit of mat work. And then I want to do a little bit of, the rest of our sessions. And then I want to do a little bit of reactive management, reactive dog management.
Okay.
Because he will be reactive to other dogs. By our last session, we've got a lot of work to do. By our last session, I'm going to take us out here. But by our last session, I want to take us out in a little bit more of a public place. This is somewhat public, which is okay. I want to take us out in a bit more of a public place and get us out. So we're going to do mat work, and you're going to get a snuffle mat for both the dogs, and anything else you think you want. And you have my cell phone, so if you have a question, if something comes up and you have a question, you just text me.
Okay.
Don't wait till next week. Just text me. If something happens and you have the opportunity to tape it, you can send me a video. And you can, do you have a YouTube page? Okay. So, well, we'll see. Sometimes I might get you a YouTube page. You can send it to up to your YouTube page, and then you just send me the link. You just upload it from your phone. Because sometimes your phone, if you do too much, your phone won't take it. But if you upload it to YouTube, then you can send the link, and I can go up and look at it. So if there's something that you have the opportunity to film, you don't always, but there's something going on, you have the opportunity to film it, you can film it. But I saw what went on, and Finn immediately was threatened. I mean, Finn comes out in almost every training that I do. There's some time when Finn comes out. So he's met a lot of dogs, but he felt threatened. And this one, they give off vibes to each other that we have no idea. It could be a smell. You know how when you're talking with another woman and she's mad at you, and you say, "Is everything okay?" "It's fine." And it's not fine because we feel each other. Well, they feel each other.
Yeah.
They have all the stuff, they have all the senses, they feel each other too. So, and one of the ways, they don't have arms, they have mouths. That's what they use. So,
and you think that the thing with Grace is just that resource thing? You think he's just like, he doesn't want her because he wants our relationship to be
I think he's a little on the reactive side. I'm going to have to see a little bit more of it.
Oh, okay.
I think he's a little on the reactive. I mean, he's a mellow dude here, but challenged, he is not mellow. Okay? So he's fine as long as nothing's gonna ruffle him, but he's not an easygoing dog,
Okay.
okay?
Alright.
So he's got,
Well, that's what I had thought, but then I had hope that maybe, you know, but, okay.
no, he's not an easygoing dog, so, so what we're gonna do is, as much as we possibly can, to give this dog other resources, other behaviors to do instead of the reactive one. And I'm gonna give you some skills to manage reactivity. Because really, with reactive dogs, you pretty much manage it. And then as much enrichment as we can possibly get with the snuffle mats, with the mat work. The mat work is going to, this is your place. When the world is whirling around you, this is where you're going to be. This is your place to be calm. So, and that will develop, but it develops over time. It doesn't develop over 4 weeks. You know, it develops over time. So, but the mat work, the beauty of it is you'll be able to do it for a long time. And there's all sorts of fun games to add into. There's all sorts of things to do. The woman that I did this sort of, we didn't call it a mat, we called it a platform at the time. And it was how I taught my search dog to go out 100 yards on either side of me. I taught this platform.